Now, before I get into the actual cursed comic, I'd like to talk about another My Hero Academia comic that's been bugging me but was too short to talk about in its own video. So, the comic starts off with Jiro talking to Deku about him going to Uraraka's room every night and was wondering what the two were doing. It then cuts to Deku, Jiro, and Jiro says, "Oh gosh, you're crushing my organs." And Deku says, "Whenever I do this with Uraraka, she just screams." In which Jiro replies with, "How can I scream? You are crushing my lungs." Now, here's what I find wrong with the comic. It's not that Jiro should probably be dead pretty soon, but it's how out of character Deku's acting. He would never cheat on Uraraka even though Jiro is a fine piece of something. He's a good boy who treats people with respect and would never hurt the people he cares about, either emotionally or physically, unless it's on accident or he had to. He's the guy every single nice guy thinks they are, but really they aren't. And I know this sounds like I'm calling him a pure cinnamon roll that can do nothing wrong, and I know that in the manga he becomes a dark person or something, but I refuse to believe that he would cheat on someone he cares about. Anyways, back to Pain. Actually, no. Before we get to what I consider to be the worst My Hero Academia comic, let's talk about another My Hero Academia comic that I found to be pretty weird. I'm totally not doing this because I don't want to talk about the worst My Hero Academia comic. Trust me. In this one, Uraraka finds Deku doing the old and then decides that she should join in. Doesn't seem bad, but once again, Deku seems out of character. At one point, they are doing the old while in the training building, and he gets mad at Uraraka for not with him. And the art style is a little odd looking. I mean, I don't want to shame or judge people, but I don't think Deku would give up working on his dream in order to get laid. So basically, I'm just shaming and judging people. Deep breath, deep breath. Okay, here is what I consider to be the worst My Hero Academia comic ever. This is probably the worst My Hero Academia related thing ever made. I don't even know how to describe it properly because it's just so horrible. You know how people often complain about how My Hero Academia characters are in high school and so people on the internet shouldn't lewd them? Well, the author of this comic took it a step further, or should I say, a step backwards. You see, this comic is about Zuko and his mother, and I think you already know where this is going, but let me just tell you, it gets worse. Because it's not just any Izuku, it's this Izuku! Like, I can't believe someone would do this. Why? Like, why would you do this? Oh, gosh. Basically, this Izuku, his mom. I hate myself. I hate myself so much that I know this exists. And I hate that I have to let everyone else know that this exists. This comic is so bad that it would make any My Hero Academia fan just leave the fandom or just the series in general. Because this just shows that the fandom is just a lost cause. Because, oh gosh. The worst of the art style of the comic isn't terrible, and I think it's actually the same art style as the last comic I talked about. Out of all the My Hero Academia stuff I've seen, this is just probably just the worst. I need to just go jump into a pool of holy water and put eye bleach in my eyes. Anyways, here's a picture of Jiro and Kaminari to add some wholesomeness to the end of this video. Cause, dear gosh, we need it. Everyone needs it. This is a bad idea. I don't think there's ever going to be a comic worse than the one I saw. Like, I didn't even read it. I just saw the cover art, and I was like, nope, nope, nope. I mean, I know you should say never judge a book by its cover, but I'm judging this book by its cover. Ugh. I hate myself.